Let's make this delicious chipotle lime quinoa salad, but we'll put them in mason jars so you can bring them to work. This mason jar salad has earthy quinoa and crunchy veggies, and then it's got these chickpeas and onions that you marinate in a chipotle lime vinaigrette, and you top it all off with crunchy sunflower seeds and these chewy, sweet pieces of dried mango. It is just absolutely addictive. This quinoa salad is perfect for meal prep. The way that you do the layers in here is very important because it's gonna make sure that the delicate stuff stays nice and fresh, and it's also gonna make sure that your chickpeas and onions down at the bottom in the dressing turn into these little flavor bombs. This salad is so delicious and I cannot wait for you to try it. If you like this recipe, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So the first thing you need to do is cook and cool your quinoa. You can make your quinoa in the Instant Pot, you can make it in a rice cooker. Today I'm gonna show you how to do it on the stovetop. Before you cook your quinoa, make sure you rinse it off. That's gonna help mellow the flavor out a little bit. Now bring some water to a boil on the stove, dump in your quinoa, lower the heat, cover the pot, and let it cook. You do want the quinoa to be cooled before you add it to your salad, so once it finishes cooking, I like to transfer it to a new bowl so that it's not sitting in that hot pan anymore, and then I stick that in the freezer for like 15-20 minutes just to take like the extra heat out. It's okay if it's warm, you just don't want it hot. While the quinoa cooks and cools, we're gonna prep our veggies and make our dressing. So I'm using a mix of my favorite veggies, but you can use really whatever veggies you have on hand or whatever you like. Mix and match to make your perfect quinoa salad. Now we're gonna make our dressing. This is super easy. Just combine all the dressing ingredients in your mason jar, cover it with the lid, and then shake, shake, shake. When your quinoa is cooked and cooled, it's time to assemble these salads. The order that you put your ingredients into the jar really matters, so make sure that you're following the same order that I'm doing. First, add your chickpeas and onions to the jars, and then pour on plenty of the dressing. I like to use a little shot glass because it just makes it easier to pour it in without making a mess. Now pile on all your veggies. The order of the veggies doesn't matter, but this is like your next layer. Add the quinoa, then add your spinach. Now top that off with your sunflower seeds and your chopped dried mango. Close up the jars and stick them in the fridge. You can eat this salad right away, but I love it if it's sat for at least a couple hours or even overnight. The longer it sits, the more those chickpeas and onions are gonna take on those smoky, tangy flavors from the dressing, and they become just absolutely delicious in this salad. When you're ready to serve, grab a plate or a bowl, open up your jar, and dump that salad right on there. Toss it together so all the veggies get coated in the dressing, and lunch is served. This recipe makes 4 salads and they'll keep for about 4 to 5 days in the refrigerator. I hope that this video answered all of your questions about how to make this mason jar quinoa salad. If you have any questions I didn't address, feel free to drop a comment. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!